All right, let's jump right in. What if I told you there's a secret power behind literally everything that happens? It's the invisible force that makes things go, grow, and glow. It's energy. And today, we're going to uncover its three most important secrets. So, you ready? Let's do this. Seriously, have you ever stopped to think about it? How does that sandwich you ate for lunch turn into the actual power you need to kick a ball, or even just to think? Well, that's the magic of energy we're talking about, and it's happening inside you right this very second. Now, if you're a CPEA student, you're going to want to lean in for this part. This whole topic, energy and forces, it's a massive 25% of your final exam. Yeah, a full quarter of your grade. So really getting a handle on this stuff is a huge, huge step toward crushing that test. So let's get down to basics. What is energy, really? Well, at its heart, the definition is actually super simple. It's just the ability to do work or make something change. It's the oomph that gets things done in the universe. Okay, time for our first golden rule, and it's a big one. Energy doesn't like to stay put. It's always, always on the move. We call this energy transfer. So, energy transfer is just what it sounds like. It's energy moving from one spot to another. But, and this is key, without changing what it is. The best way to picture it is like passing a ball. The ball is still a ball, right? It just went from one person's hands to another. That's exactly what energy does. It just changes its address. And you can see this happening literally everywhere. The heat from the sun travels millions of miles through empty space to warm your face. The sound when you clap travels through the air to get to your ears. And the electricity powering your screen right now, it moved through wires to get to you. It's all just energy on a journey. Okay, but here's where it gets really interesting. Energy doesn't just travel from place to place. Oh no, it's also a master of disguise. And that brings us to rule number 2. Energy changes its form. It's a total shapeshifter. And this shape-shifting act has a name, energy transformation. This is when energy literally changes its identity. It goes from being one type of energy, say electrical, and boom, it turns into a completely different type, like light. And this is where we see the magic in action. Just look at this chart. When you burn wood, the chemical energy locked inside it transforms, becoming heat and light. It's the same thing with your body. Your muscles take the chemical energy from your food and transform it into mechanical energy, the actual power to move your arms and legs. This stuff is happening all around us, all the time. Okay, so we've got it. Energy moves and it changes form. But now we've come to the master rule, the big one, the one law that governs all energy everywhere in the universe. This is the unbreakable law. And there it is, the law of conservation of energy. It sounds simple, but it's one of the most powerful ideas in all of science. You can't just make energy out of nothing, and you can never, ever truly get rid of it. It's a closed system. So let that sink in. If energy can't be created or destroyed, what is happening to it? Well, it's just getting moved around. That's our old friend transfer. Or it's changing its costume. That's transformation. Every single bit of energy that has ever existed is still out there, just maybe in a different place or wearing a different outfit. Which, of course, brings up a really good question, doesn't it? If we can't destroy energy, what do we actually mean when we say our phone battery is dead or we used up the gas in a car? Where did all that energy go? And here's the answer. Some of that energy becomes what we call wasted energy. See, when energy transforms, it's almost never a perfect switch. The useful energy we actually want, like the light from a light bulb, always comes with some less useful energy on the side. And that's almost always heat. That heat doesn't vanish, it just spreads out and gets lost in the room. And understanding this whole idea of wasted energy is the key to, well, everything. Now that we know the rules of the energy game, we can actually start to play it a lot smarter. And the name of that game is efficiency. It's all about one thing, getting more of the useful energy we want and less of the wasted stuff we don't. And this is a big deal. Why? Because higher efficiency means saving money and being kinder to our planet. It is a total win-win. And wow, this chart says it all. Take a look at that old school light bulb. A shocking 90% of the electricity it uses is totally wasted as heat. It's basically a tiny little space heater that just happens to glow. Now, look at the modern LED bulb. It completely flips the script, turning 90% of its energy into useful light. That, my friends, is the power of efficiency. So, what can we actually do? The great news is the steps are pretty simple. Switching to efficient bulbs like LEDs is a game changer. Just turning things off when you're done using them stops that wasteful energy transformation in its tracks. And next time you get a new gadget, look for that energy efficient label. You're basically designing less waste into your life from day one. So there you go. You've just mastered the 3 unbreakable rules of energy. It moves, it changes, but it's never, ever gone. But knowing the rules is only half the story. The next big question is, what actually puts all this energy into action? For that, we need to talk about forces. So are you ready to see how pushes and pulls make the world go round?